Hello, friend. So we moved from the second gate to the 23rd gate. So the 23rd gate is assimilation, splitting apart. It's a very interesting gate. So here it is in the throat. And all of the gates in the throat have a voice. And this particular voice says, I know or I don't know. The really interesting piece about splitting apart is this is individual circuitry, okay? Individual circuitry runs throughout the body graph. Individual circuitry runs on a pulse. Pulse on, pulse off. Pulse on, pulse off. So I know or I don't know. I know, I don't know. Most of the time, the voice here doesn't know. I don't know. I don't know. And the reason for that is timing. Individual circuitry gets their information, knowledge, wisdom only in the perfect timing. And that's it. As an individual, you cannot push your timing. Cannot push it. So assimilating the individual insight of the 43rd gate. Now, of course, that's depending on if you have it connected to the 43rd gate or not. But that's what the 23rd is trying to do. It's trying to assimilate, bring down, comprehend, rationalize all of that individual insight and bring it down and assimilate it in a way that the information can come across as genius. Or, I see this often, when people are trying to push the timing, what happens is there is this splitting apart. And that being is trying to push its knowing. And then it looks like a freak. And here's why. The evolution is flowing in the correct time, in the correct space, in the correct movement, all the time. There is no, there's no screw-ups to the program, to the matrix, to the divine. There's no screw-ups. And it's moving in the correct timing. But we as human beings have this instant gratification kind of mentality. And we try to push our knowing out to people. The knowing is going to drop into you when it's correct. And you're going to then be able to assimilate it and share it and empower people and act on it and voice it and communicate it in the correct time. What you'll notice is that the mind wants you to blab all the time, right? It just wants you to make noise. And when you're trusting the design, when you're trusting your definition and you have this defined, when you're awake and aware and can witness yourself, what you'll notice is this voice will speak the I know part when the correct timing is there for you. And you'll be able to assimilate so much insight into those words. So it's really about eliminating intolerance and accepting diversity. Like, look at our planet. There's the this and the that. There's so much intolerance happening, you know. It's remarkable. And yet, The design is saying, let's eliminate intolerance and accept diversity. But of course, it's a dichotomy. It's this and that always. So of course, what I said, that there's a pulse on and a pulse off that runs throughout this individual circuitry. And it is in the channel of structuring. So the theme is this genius to freak. Correct timing is genius. Incorrect timing is freakish. So again, not self, ooh man, wants you to blurt out and puke out whatever is not the right timing. Mutation is about timing. Speak too soon, sound like a freak. Speak at the appropriate time, sound like a genius. So I just wanted to, highlight that when it's defined and there's mutation in the air, because individual circuitry is about innovation, mutation, empowerment. Correct timing, beautiful. Incorrect timing, not so much. But what's going to happen when the not self, when it's undefined like this? The not self puts a ton of pressure on that communication and action center, our throat center, and tries to get you to blurt out all kinds of stuff. And of course, the 43rd gate, having it defined, it's constantly collecting individual insight. When it doesn't have an outlet in that moment, the not self mind wants to puke it out. So just relax into your strategy and authority. Somebody's going to ask you for the information. Somebody's going to invite you. There'll be an initiation for you to share it. So just take a moment, relax into that. We operate like crazy ass robots on this planet. And design is saying, let's get rid of that and let's drop into our true self. Okay. So again, if anything in design, I love this stuff. My contact information is here. This is my design. So you can look at your design, you can look at my design, and feel out. Listen to the tone of my voice. Hear my words. And if you can't hear any of it, if the tone is not correct, we're probably not going to ever connect. Because you're probably not going to be able to hear what I have to say. But if some of this is resonating with you and there's some reverberation in your frequency, I would love to educate you on your human design. Here's all my information. Human design goes from individual, relationships. It goes into entrepreneurship. It goes into small business, large business, any aspect of a human being's life. Human design is right there. So if any of this intrigues you and you want to be educated more and you want to step into your experiment and experience life in a completely new way where the blinders are off and you get to absolutely see the movie, let me know, and we can go forward from there. Thanks.